of course, as we've been saying, there is a lot at stake tonight.
To help us break it down, we want to welcome back our panel of experts, political consultant and strategist Matt Klink, and civil rights attorney and host of the online series The Special Report, Reva Martin. And just coming in, Adam Schiff projected to win the U.S. Senate seat over Steve Garvey. No surprise at all, but I think, Matt, the takeaway in this campaign was the power of political advertising on the part of the Schiff team and how they framed this in the primary.
Correct.
As a two-person race.
Yes, he proved that if you could choose your opponent, you can guarantee victory. And he ran ads to boost Steve Garvey's name identification and forced Katie Porter to finish third. And he saved himself about $40 million in the process by doing it. It was brilliant on his part.
Let's talk a little bit about the balance of power. You know, we could see it tip either way. We're looking at 2 seats in the Senate for it to tip, and also 4 seats in the House. So how do you see the races going tonight? In fact, California could have very well be one of the, we have 4 races or 6 actually, but
sure,
you know, that could actually take those seats. Let's talk a little bit about the balance of power.
The Senate's going to go Republican, barring some, I mean, at first the Democrats said, oh, Texas is a legitimate pickup or potential. That didn't happen. Potentially Nebraska, although the gentleman who's running against the incumbent, Deb Fischer, is running as an independent, and he has not said who he'll caucus with. That being said, Republicans already picked up West Virginia tonight with Governor Justice now as the new senator, so that's Joe Manchin's seat. And then Tim Sheehy in Montana will likely knock off John Tester. That at least gives the Republicans 51. And then depending upon what happens in the blue wall states, you also have very, very close Senate races in each of those 3 states. So the Republican total could grow as high as 54 or 55. And then, Reva, do you want to talk the House, or do you want to?
No, obviously California, as you said, it's an important state. I mean, it's not a state that anyone's watching for the presidential election. We know that California will go for Kamala Harris, no question about that. But these House races are very important. We've seen Hakeem Jeffries and other top Democrats have been in the state stumping. Bill Clinton was even here stumping for Democratic candidates running for Congress. I don't think we're going to know until much later, not tonight, what happens with the House. But a very close House race, and some of these California races could decide who's actually in control of the House. My guess is that we do control the House, slim margin, but we do have an opportunity to pick up the House.
District 13 and 22.
Those are the Central Valley races.
Central Valley purple districts,
Correct.
Very close races, a lot of national attention and money being spent there.
Yeah, Gray versus Duarte in the 13th, and then Salas versus Valadeo, yeah.
Valadeo.
Look, both of those races are really close. I think that the one race was something like 450 votes. The benefit in where it lands on the Democrats' court this time, a larger turnout in 2024 should drive more Democrats to the polls. I think it leans more in the Democrats' favor, but it still is going to be really, really
Certainly
close.
does in terms of registered voters. They have the advantage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It should be interesting to see who has the gavel, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
maybe have a Speaker Jeffries. Speaker Jeffries.
And that would be historic as well.
Yes.
So, you know, that's definitely something there. You know, I think that when it comes to what we're looking at with the electoral map, we're still trying to wait for some of these battlegrounds to come in. And North Carolina is something that is a state that Trump won last time in 2020, obviously also before that in 2016, and could possibly win it now. You know, and Georgia is also another state that he could win. We're then looking at Kamala Harris with that blue wall and trying to get Pennsylvania and Michigan and Wisconsin. You know, if she doesn't get one of those, she still has a path?
She still has a path. We still have Arizona. We still have Nevada. North Carolina hasn't gone to a Democrat since 2008, so I don't think, even though there was a significant play for North Carolina, I don't think there was any real expectation that the Democrats were going to win North Carolina. The big race in North Carolina was obviously the race for governor, which Josh Stein did win. He did defeat embattled candidate Mark Robinson in North Carolina, so that was a huge win for the Democrats. But not too concerned about the pathway. Obviously, there's the blue wall, but there's also Arizona, Nevada, and we don't know what's going to happen with Georgia yet. It hasn't been called for Donald Trump. So this is a night that I think we all have to be patient. And
Yes.
as much as folks want to call it one way or the other, I don't think, if last election 2020 was any history lesson for us, it wasn't until Saturday after Tuesday that Arizona was called for Joe Biden, and Joe Biden became the official winner of the 2020 election.
Well, patience is key, and if in fact the election hangs in the balance and Arizona and/or Nevada is required, we are in for another long
I was going
wait.
to say,
It will be days.
pack your sleeping bags.
We already have.
Thanks to you
Maybe
both.
here until Saturday.
Yeah.